2, but Diaz will get some consideration against Tampa Bay pitching this year. None of that glass now, obviously, but 14 for 31, a 4. And a ground ball down to third. Curtis Mead will make the play. So here's Vladdy. 3 for 7 with a homer in his career against Glasnow. And Glasnow falls behind 3-0.
Of course.
There's a 4-pitch walk. And Glasnow, as you know, one thing the Blue Jays have not been, which is difficult for them because they have not been a great offensive team this year. Here's just one way of measuring it. And a ground ball pulled to second. Paredes with a short throw. Next season, he's up at the top of the order. Randy Arozarena is dangerous. Josh Lowe's got 31. And Bassett starts Diaz with a called strike this year, as he hits a 2-hopper down to third, backhanded by Matt Chapman, and a good
put him in. The everyday catcher has been Alejandro Kirk ever since Danny Jansen.
And again, the Rays a good offensive team, and with power, they're in home runs and 4th in runs per game. They've got power this year.
Yeah, they sure do.
On the appeal, he didn't go. And a high chopper foul back towards the screen. 2-2. Base hit. Whit Merrifield will cut it off, or on his way to second.
Espinal can't get there in time to put the tag on a Rosa. Nathaniel's got 16 homers and 79 ribbies as well.
A lefty. And Bassett misses low. 3 balls and no strikes. This year, Bassett in there with a strike, 3-1.
They've outscored their opponents by 50.
And tied for the 4th most runs scored in the first inning. 3-2 on Lowe.
Yeah.
3-2, and that's in there for strike 3 called. So now Harold Ramirez, a former Blue Jay farmhand, walk very much. He just wants to swing the bat and hit a line drive somewhere.
Yeah, good.
Reese McGuire in that deal as well. Base hit up the middle for Ramirez. Bring Arozarena in with the first run of the ball. His second year with the Rays, they traded Austin Meadows to Detroit at the beginning of last.
And as we mentioned earlier, he is their everyday
sets. And he got him. Fastball there for strike 3 called. So a couple of the strike, he gets a lot of swing and miss.
Yeah, he throws hard with his fastball. And he's got a couple of real good. Oh, far away from home he is when he releases that baseball. It is right on top of you. All out there.
Alejandro Kirk leads off to second for the Blue Jays. Otherwise, Kirk is in there with Danny Jansen on the IL. A bouncer to third, and Mead.
97 with ease.
And then he drops the curveball in there, and it's some stuff. And they need him healthy right now because they've had so many other.
Another young pitcher, Shane Baz, as well, who has starter potential. Yeah, they have.
And Chapman down on strikes for out number 2. Varsho, who is playing center field tonight. Kevin Kiermaier not on the starting lineup for the Blue Jays tonight. Varsho goes after a curveball in the dirt. It's 1-2. And did it again. Glasnow strikes him out. Curtis Mead, the third baseman, is going to lead it off for the Rays tonight. Knee yesterday eventually had to leave the game, and they're not quite sure when he's going to be back right now as Mead grounds out his neck. And he's on the IL, so that's going to put him out for the rest of the regular season.
That's somebody. They literally have an X-Man step up.
Swings and fouls it off. Basabe is multiple allegations of relationships with minors. That is why Franco is not with.
We're going to talk hitting. What are you thinking right here?
That's 95 at the very top. And I at least off with 2 strikes, and I know I'm on the rest of the pitches. And I know I've got time to adjust to it. Can we get a side view?
One excited about having a nice new stadium. This is not the best thought of stadium in the major leagues.
It's not a lot of fun.
And for Tampa Bay fans, Rays fans, hopefully they will come out in greater numbers with the lease up here in 27. With Merrifield leading things off for. But no contact in this at bat as Glasnow
He has struck out this season.
And lays off a curveball down low, a ball and a strike. Carlos Torres says he went around there. And that's strike 3 called. 97 on the corner underneath. Another Glasnow in the early going. As he starts George Springer with a bouncer to third. Mead backhands and throws him out. Houston is playing tonight as well, and both of those games are starting a little. The batter is Rene Pinto, the catcher for the Rays, again before the end of the regular season.
Did you tell the hitters that?
I didn't. I don't like.
Deep into the postseason.
And the 3-2 swung on and missed. Fourth strikeout.
Pitch deep into the game, so we can keep our bullpen fresh into
this year. A career high 20 home. The 2-1 line down the right field line, but about 10 feet.
A little soreness in that right shoulder.
And that's strike 3 call. Randy Arozarena. And that's just high. Bassett going to his pitch count, so he called the pitch here, and he wanted the slow curveball. 1-1. And right now he's among league leaders
between one ball to the next.
A little bit. That one, no doubt about it, right down the middle. 3-2. Could be an adventure here at the Trop, and look at Chapman to nothing Rays. The Blue Jays still looking for their first hit. And here's Bo Bichette, who grounded it. And that's called a strike. And now he chases a curveball. 1-2.
This is how you might best attack Glasnow. Big league.
Bo sends it foul.
See the uniforms the Rays are wearing.
And right down the middle, strike 3 called, and number 6 to Bay. And here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's popped one up in foul territory, and this one.
Every once in a while. And Mattingly's faced all types of pitchers throughout his career.
3-1. Grounded to short. And Basabe will make the play. Boy, Yandy's like the leader on this team, right? He's the veteran in this group. Biggio lays off. 1-2. They appeal, but no swing. And that is the first hit of the. As he lines one into.
He's hit. He's been swinged
at bat.
Finish up that story about the offense. The Blue Jays won a game down.
As Kirk fights it off.
Alejandro handles.
This one to short. Basabe steps in the bag out. Platooned at third. Josh Lowe sends one to shallow right, and incoming run of the night with a base hit up the middle with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Varsho out at right center.